Hello, dear students. Здравствуйте, студенты. My name is Veronika. Меня зовут Veronika, and I am a professional Russian teacher. And today I offer you to read together with me a very interesting and short story written by Leo Tolstoy. Yes, he wrote not only these famous huge novels like Anna Karenina or War and Peace, he also wrote short stories for kids. And today's story is named The Kitten, Котенок. So my plan for today's Russian lesson is I read a piece of this, a part of this text, and we will practice all the verbs. I will explain why there are imperfective verb aspect or perfective verb aspect. So let's start reading. Были брат и сестра, Вася и Катя. И у них была кошка. Весной кошка пропала. Дети искали ее везде, но не могли найти. You have the English translation here. So now let's talk about verbs. We have here были. Of course, были is imperfective because it is about being, about existing. It's a long process, yeah? So были imperfective. Была, the same story, also imperfective verb aspect. And next one is more interesting. Весной кошка пропала, disappeared. It happened only once. It is a finished action, right? And we have the result. There is no cat at home. So that's why we use here perfective verb aspect. Пропала. Next one. Дети искали ее везде. The children looked for her everywhere. It was a long process. Where is the cat? Is it here or is it there? Yeah, it took a lot of time. That's why we use here imperfective. Искать is imperfective. I mean this verb. Но не могли, but they couldn't. Also imperfective. Because it is a long process again. Но не могли найти. They couldn't find her. Найти is perfective verb because here we do not talk about process anymore. We talk about the result. Yeah, they wanted to find her. They wanted not to look her for her, right? They wanted to find her. So here is perfective. Like they were not interested in process of looking, yeah. They wanted the result that the cat would be at home again. I hope that you understand what I explained. If not, if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments below. I will be happy to answer. And we continue with the next part of the text. Один раз они играли подле амбара и услыхали над головой что-то мяучит тонкими голосами. Вася влез по лестнице под крышу амбара. So now let's talk again about Russian grammar and Russian verb aspects. Один раз они играли. Играли. It's a long process, right? They were in process of playing. И услыхали. Like they were playing, and then they suddenly heard. That happened only once, only one time. And this is the finished action, yeah? That's why we use perfective. Играли, imperfective process. Услыхали, perfective, one time. Над головой что-то мяучит. So the cat in Russian says meow. It means meow, I think in English, meow. And we have the verb мяукать. Yeah, so над головой что-то мяучит. It means it was the process of making this meow sound, yeah? It was a long time. Again, that's why we use imperfective verb here. Вася влез. It is perfective verb because there was a result. He was already not on the ground, but he was on the roof of the barn. And it happened once, it was finished action, he was already at the roof. That's why we use perfective verb aspect here. I hope that this Russian practice is very useful for you. I think that after every grammatical topic that I explain on my YouTube channel, we will read a text, a Russian text by Leo Tolstoy or Dostoevsky or Pushkin, or maybe a Russian song or Russian folktale, and we will make this practice with Russian grammar. And let's continue with reading. А Катя стояла внизу и все спрашивала. Нашел? Нашел? Но Вася не отвечал ей. Наконец, Вася закричал ей. Here is very interesting diversity of Russian verbs. А Катя стояла внизу. Yeah, it was a long process. She stood there for a long time while he was doing something on the roof, like looking at the cat and kittens. She was on the ground. It was a long process. That's why we use imperfective. И все спрашивала. Спрашивала. Also, we use imperfective because this was the repetitive action. She asked many, many, many times, like, did you find, like a cat found it? Yeah. So here we have two verbs. Нашел. It is perfective verb aspect because this girl Katya, she was interested in the result, if he found the cat and kittens or not. Нашел, perfective. Но Вася не отвечал ей. Here is imperfective because very interesting situation in Russian language because she asked him many times, спрашивала, and he didn't answer her. So many times she asked and many times he was silent. He was keeping his silence, yeah? That's why we use imperfective verb aspect here. And the next verb, наконец, Вася закричал ей. Закричал, he shouted to her. It happened only once. And there was the result of this finished action because she knew some new information, right? That's why we use perfective verb закричал. Okay, and let's come back to the reading. Нашел наша кошка, и у нее котята такие чудесные. Иди сюда скорее. Катя побежала домой, достала молока и принесла кошке. Нашел. It is perfective. Found. Because here he has, of course, the result. He found the cats and kittens. No, the cat and kittens. Катя побежала домой. This is the action, the finished action that happened only once. She started to run home. Достала. It is also finished action that happened only once. И принесла кошке. Принесла, like brought. Also, this happened once. This is, okay, I again forgot this word. Consequent, I think, or how we say, yeah. This is the not simultaneous action, but you say it 1, 2, 3, like a chain of different actions, yeah. Sequent actions, I think you say. Okay. And we move to the next part. Котят было 5. Когда они выросли немножко и стали вылезать из-под угла, где вывелись, дети выбрали себе одного котенка. Here we have again lots of different verbs. As you already know, было in Russian language is imperfective because we talk about a long process of being and existing. Когда они выросли немножко. Выросли, it's perfective verb. When they grew up a little bit. We have the result here because they were very small and then they were more adult. That's why we use perfective verb here. Выросли. Стали. Also, this is the result. They began to get out. Стали. Yeah, we see the result here. It is finished action. We see the result because they were in the corner and now they are walking somewhere in the room. Yeah, we can see them. This is the result. Вылезать. It is imperfective because it was the repetitive action when they were inside the corner and then they started to walk and then come back to the corner and they started to walk. Yeah, so it is like repetitive action. There, here, there, here. Many times it happened. That's why we use imperfective verb aspect here. Вывелись. It is perfective because вывелись here is similar to where they were born. Yeah, where they were born. And of course, you can be born only once. And this is the finished action. That's why we use perfective here. Дети выбрали. Kids choose. Kids chose one kitten. Of course, it is finished action that happened only once, and we have the result that this specific kitten lives with them after they chose him. So, I hope that this Russian lesson is quite useful for you, and I continue with reading. Серого с белыми лапками и принесли в дом. Мать раздала всех остальных котят, а этого оставила детям. So, let's talk about our Russian verbs. Принесли. Brought him to the house, into the house. This happened again only once. It is finished action and we see the result that the kitten now lives at their house. That's why we use perfective. Мать раздала. Раздала. She distributed all the kittens. Yeah. Again, finished action that happened only once in specific situation. Yeah. It's perfective. А этого оставила детям. The same story. It's a sequent. I always forget this word. Action. Like first, they brought him to home. Second, she distributed all the kittens. And the third, the last action, she left this kitten at this lucky kitten at the house. Оставила. All of these three verbs are in perfective verb aspect. So I hope that this Russian lesson was quite interesting and useful for you. If you have any questions about Russian language or Russian grammar, just let me know. If you wonder what's this behind me, this is the design of my best designer of my cat. When she was a little kitten, she just did this. So yeah, my wallpaper now are a little bit weird, but I hope that this is not a big problem. And yeah, on the next lesson, we will continue reading this text. It is not finished. There is some more different stories about this lucky kitten and their and his kids, no, and his owners. Yeah, so I hope that this Russian lesson was useful for you. And see you soon. Увидимся скоро. Пока-пока. Have a nice day.